Hey Maggie, will you come in? Your burrito's ready. I know you're trying to get the squirrel, but it'll be there after breakfast. Shout out to the Colorado College Arts and Crafts Fair. My college ceramics mentor, Greg, made this mug. And I brought it to Costa Rica with me. We got cinnamon and a little dollop of my homemade coconut milk, which I make. Only 2 ingredients, coconut water and coconut meat from fresh local coconuts. Blend it, it's the best coconut milk ever. And it's time for coffee. Here's Maggie's breakfast. Just kidding, she's not actually eating a burrito. But the components of a burrito, we got lentils, rice, sweet potato, coconut, flaxseed, coconut oil, and broccoli, all cooked and mashed up for Maggie's breakfast. And my coffee, some local organic Costa Rican coffee from the farmer. Oh yeah. For my sorrow, something on that I ain't gonna change. I never want to be a pawn in their manipulation game. Doing my morning food prep, I like to sort of plan out and ration out the day's worth of food in the morning so that I can just eat whatever I've made throughout the day instead of having to like cook and prepare for each meal. So I like to do, wake up early, get some cooking in, then begin the day. This food is quite important to me these days. I'm in full bodybuilding mode. I'm on the road to 200 pounds. So it's so important to be dialed in with your food and never be without food if you need it. So I don't fuck around. I prepare. Beautiful gym sessions, and one of my last ones at that gym because I'm gonna make my own gym setup because I don't want to have to drive into the city every day. And I brought my post-workout food. We got beans and veggies on top with papaya and my coconut milk on the bottom. I don't mind mixing things like fruit and beans. I wouldn't want like onions in my bananas, for instance, but plain beans with some sweet potato, veggies, and papaya, that works for me. Look, Maggie, come here. Look, you're not the only one, Maggie. There's a nice little healer right there for you. He's your friend. Been walking through the city doing many errands. Just bought myself a pull-up bar for my house, which is nice. And now I'm about to go to the bank because I'm working on transferring my US bank to Costa Rican bank. There's so many little things when you move to another country that you gotta transfer over. So it's probably 12 or 1 o'clock now. We've been doing errands, walking around the city for like 2 hours. I like to just walk around because one, it's great for Maggie, and I'm really getting to know this place. Like,
when I was traveling in the past, you know, I'd only be in a city for a week or something, and I'd like to get to know the city, but not that deeply. Now, I get to know this place as deep as I possibly can, because I live here now. So we're just exploring all of the streets. I'm starting to memorize the geography of the city. I love it. So much fun for me. And it's just the best to walk around with Maggie, because literally no one has dogs like her around here. No one walks around with their dogs. No one has like super well-trained dogs. Of course, probably some people, but extremely rare. So people just trip out. Like, people just look at me and then look at her and try to put it together and are like, is she a street dog? Is she with you? What's going on here? It's so much fun. And multiple times a day, it literally just happened about 5 minutes ago, someone will stop me, say, oh my God, what an amazing dog. Is she neutered? Can I breed her with, you know, can I pay you to breed her and make babies? I'm like, she is neutered, she ain't having any babies. It happens every single day.
El mejor ambiente fiestero con DJ Jeff y animación, promoción en cervezas y alitas de pollo, además de bocas de miel en el balcón. Miércoles, jueves de karaoke.
Just got home safely, time to make a smoothie and some more food. And on my drive up, I was just hit with some emotion, so I wanted to share it with you all, because I think you deserve to hear it from me and know. The reason I'm talking about this in the middle of a vlog instead of in its own video, and the fact that it has nothing to do with the title or anything, is very intentional. I don't want to capitalize or make a big deal publicly out of all of this, but because this person who I'm about to talk about, her family decided to make it public on her social medias and share it with everyone, which I understand. And some of you have reached out to me, a lot of you, which is super kind, and it means so much to me and makes me feel a million times better to get that love and support. And she was a part of this channel, so let me say it here. This is not fun to say, super fucked up and traumatic, but my really good friend Alyssa, who you saw me biking with for 2 months in Mexico and Guatemala, ended her own life at home in Canada about 3 weeks ago. And I'm not going to get into details. I just wanted to share it because she was a big part of my channel, and I love her very much, and a lot of you have reached out to me. Again, I had zero intention on even mentioning it on YouTube. It's something I've been going through personally with my friends and family, and I've been talking with Alyssa's sister and brother and family almost every day. Just processing everything. So yeah, it's probably the most painful death experience I've ever experienced in my life, and it's so weird. It's like the first week of when we found out. Oh, of course everyone in the comments is just gonna say, why did she do that? Again, I'm not gonna go into details. This is all I'm gonna say. Probably a combination of just genetically born with chronic depression. You know, the chemicals in her body are different than happier people, probably, in combination with trauma, life trauma, family trauma, just shit that some people can move through with therapy and friends, and some people it gets too heavy, and it was too heavy for her despite her vast support system, like people like me and her friends who would talk with her about her struggles and the medications and everything. She tried a million things, but ultimately chose that. And yeah, so yeah, I felt really fucked up and just sad and like dead inside and just unable to think about anything or have fun for probably about a week. And then after like 7 days, it started to get way better, where, you know, I'd forget about it a few hours of the day. It wasn't 100% in my mind. But now it's been a few weeks, and it's just like maybe 2 or 3 times a day for like an hour. I'll just remind myself of it and just Oh, it hurts, and I'm sure you've all experienced death of loved ones. And I think I have a good relationship with death. Of course, when someone ends their own life, it's just a slightly emotionally different thing because you feel like it shouldn't have happened, but ultimately, you know, you can't play that game of saying, what could I have done? What could have that person have done? No, it's the person's choice to do something like that, especially if they had such a loving support system. You know, death, I have a good relationship with death. It's what we're all moving towards. It's what we're all going towards. There's no getting away from it. And you can see the beauty in it of escaping the rat race of life, of, if you believe in going to another dimension. I don't believe in that, but death is just inevitable. It's gonna happen to all of us at some point or another. And yeah, it's not, death isn't sad. It's only sad because you miss the person. Like, honestly, I am not sad for Alyssa. 100% honest. I don't feel bad for her. She made her choice. She's not alive anymore. I don't think she's experiencing any pain. I just feel so sad for her friends and family, and selfishly for myself. That's where the pain comes from. It's really not for Alyssa. It's for her family and for me and our friends. It's just such a fucked thing to have to think about once in a while. So thank you. I'm sure a lot of you are gonna comment. Thank you so much. Don't feel like you need to. I know that your heart is with me, so thank you. And I want to go back to doing my normal vlog. Don't think it's weird if I'm like happy and good energy. You know, this is something that happened many weeks ago, and I've processed through a lot of it, and I'm still, you know, I'm able to try to have some fun and enjoy myself now. Thank you so much for following Alyssa, if you did, while we biked together. And I guess I'll leave this little segment as we get back to the vlog of, like, if there's a moral of the story in any way, the moral is that no matter how privileged someone is or the opportunities they've had or whatever, it's not an excuse to be mean or to cause trauma to someone. We are all sensitive beings, and all we want and need is love and support. Doesn't mean that everyone and your parents have to agree with you all the time. Fights are inevitable, but at the end of the day, you gotta accept people for who they are. And all anyone wants is love and acceptance. So when you see someone struggling, odds are there's something, you know, not all the time, but odds are there's some influences in that person's life, whether it's a friend, family, or even themselves, who is not providing them with the simply love and support that that person desires and feels that they deserve. And I'm not going to go into detail, but I definitely know some important people in Alyssa's life that did not give her the love and support that she desired, and that makes me deeply angry and sad. But it's fucking life. It's crazy. Just don't be mean to people. Always move forward in life with love and understanding that we all come from different backgrounds and situations, and even if you see someone doing something that you don't understand or makes you angry, before you be aggressive to somebody, just remember, just think of them as a child, or think of them as someone who's had their own trauma, and try to move through things more groundedly versus abusively or aggressively. That is what I'm gonna say. Much love. Let's go back to the vlog, Maggie. Time to carb up. And okay, last thing I'll say about this is, honestly, when it happened, the only thing that made me feel a tiny bit better when I was so fucking sad is that there's no way for Maggie to find out, because Alyssa was probably Maggie's second favorite person after me, because Alyssa gave her more love and spent more time with Maggie than anybody else that I know. So I'm so glad that you don't understand what happened, Maggie. You'd be so sad. I'm so happy you'll never find out. Alyssa loves you very much. I always do a little meditation before dinner, 15 minutes, because by the time it gets to be 6 o'clock, my head is just racing like crazy, guys, with life. It's not bad things, it's exciting things. It's meeting new people and ideas and running around, but if I don't do that meditation, like, it's harder to sleep, it's harder to enjoy my dinner, and now I'm feeling good and connected and grounded and ready to go eat some food, which I prepared. Let me go show you what we got, and then we'll close down this here vlog. It's one of my very important pieces that I've had since 2012. Okay, doing a little design of the house, working on it. My nice clean kitchen, my coconut milk. Here's some plantain, no oil, dried plantain chips that I'm working on to hopefully sell them at some point. And got my kombucha, of course. For dinner, bought an air fryer. I think I showed you guys that in the last vlog. This thing is awesome. Boom. Pumpkin squash fries, so good, in the air fryer. Plus beans and veggies. I know it looks not exciting, Maggie, but listen to what's in this. Think about how delicious it is. Beans, veggies, coconut milk, curry powder, salt, pepper, and yeah, and did I say black beans? So yummy. With the coconut milk and the curry and the veggies, it all comes together. Oh, and barbecue sauce. So I'm gonna eat that, work on my gains. You know what's happening here. We got to... Feels good. Used to have a cycling body. It's about 150 pounds 5 months ago, 6'2", and I am now 170 pounds and on the road to 200, and I'm taking you guys with me. Much love, Dream Extreme. Thank you for the love. Pura vida. And guys, think about this concept. You're watching me, this whole evolution. Right now I'm in a guest house. Pretty soon I'm gonna be on land, and then I'm gonna be building a house. And then one day, maybe you will come to one of my festivals or retreats that I host. Yoga, vegan food, connecting to the earth, ecstatic dance, all the shit that I love, working out. And maybe you who's watching this right now will one day be doing that with Maggie and I on my land, and that's real. Like, I'm gonna be opening it up to those kinds of opportunities. So you're the only one who can either make that happen or not. I'm gonna be offering it. It's gonna be beautiful. Maggie, you ready to meet the people? All right, let's eat some food and go to bed. Good night, everybody.